安安，晚上好。拍谁哦？刚刚去上厕所。今天我们继续开始来推主线，主线都可以开始推了。然后逃生特主线我都会上传到我的 YouTube， 喜欢的话可以去顺便订阅一下我的 YouTube。然后至于支线跟白色问号跑的那些我都不会上，那些的影片的 VOD 我都删了。等一下，我们就看一下我们救的那个阿嬷现在在干嘛哈？看一下阿嬷，阿嬷还在吃。干阿嬷你吃得很刚啊呢，我怎甲你救回来吃到这么呢？好，现在我们要去主城了。好，我们顺便把仓库的一些垃圾全部都卖掉。逃生的主线也大概10个多小时左右，所以没关系，我们慢慢解，好不好？然后顺便看解逃生的主线的饥饿游戏，这是什么？看，他们凶多哦！瞬间一个支线跑出来了。这个突然间的支线也是我们也是我们巫师商很常有的事情，就是临时会有个支线不然就是白天或晚上的时候一样，都有时候会跳出主线，一些很特别的支线。这个就是我只能这样讲，就是巫师商的魅力了，也是他的。很帅气的存在。好了，他那堆垃圾就放着吧，反正现在我们财富自由，不缺钱，好不好？
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured.
巴纳巴斯巴索
Glad I cut it short.
那这什么狗
Years of suffering. You know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family is long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah.
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals, you know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks.
是阿妈。
I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the
我
kitchen.
操！
Her spit-roasted oaks was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
And I'd never want you to stay against your will. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
哇！阿妈看起来很会煮哦。这就是阿妈的味道。
What do you get for all that work?
啊，
Cook in Quebec.
我们去找阿妈的嫁妆。阿妈爱给针哦。来看一下有什么。我就问你要不要过来。干脆连这间都卖我就好啦，林北现在那么有钱，连这间房都卖我就好啦。干！下面吗？
Might want to look around some. Nothing interesting here. Full. This one's full too.
都酒哎、
Nothing interesting here. Full. too. Nothing interesting here. Full. Strange. That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
看你的嫁妆只有100多块，也太穷。好了，
Come on, Roach. Hey there. Move it.
Hmm? 要去找鞋匠。等我一下，干！我怎么感觉我房间有蚂蚁？啊！这边卖东西。
Oh, I would kill for it. Oh. Excuse me.
You shall anything better in all Tucson.
啊，我要来看你的钱了。
Welcome, please.
Show me what you got back there.
看钱喽！ 真爽，这样送。嗯，
So long.
真爽啊！卖一堆东西就是这么的爽。但酒我也没在喝，应该可以卖掉吧？看他要不要收。
Welcome, please.
咸鱼，
Show me what you got back there.
周末愉快。加8呗。嗯？你最近在玩什么？那个我还没点啊，因为我把它拿去点那个什么，
So long.
因为我集了五个那个什么5个技能点，我去点那个叫三小，我看一下，我点了这个，反正这个都是连通的啊，我就先把那个什么神经加强这边点满，然后我下个等级我反正我快升级了嘛，我下个我会点这个妹斯，然后把它放这边。嗯？研究突变数8。3这个一看就是没办法点不到了啦，因为我现在全部都剩下主线。但没差，反正ต้อง快把543这个游戏解玩完了，所以应该是点不到啦。看你脸为什么不用飞的？我神经病哦！你别是神经病啊！看你脸。
Yep. Ah, I'm going.
除非我2周目了，可是碍于我们很多游戏还要玩，所以就是2周目就是到时候再看啊。真的没有什么游戏可以玩的时候，有时候我们在2周目。
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
2周目的话，就可能真的会升上100多等，100等了，就满等，就是全部的都会解
You little fart. So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
他把守魔猎人弄完的是
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like. After we tan
Papa.
his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well. Which is all the same to me.
That move will break your legs. Right now. Teach
哎，来，为什么不 ALT？ 干你娘！等一下，为什么不能 ALT？ 他们是白痴吗？直接被我防死哎！
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
绑架了，好不好？
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lord, that's another matter.
Baby，
You come with us.
看啊，这个就会很好用啊，
Sample to scare the dimwits out of you.
超级绑架。
Come on.
Baby， 小子啊，你说我 baby？
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
这小朋友懂赚钱哦，所以是不错啦。给他
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival.
好，路上小心哦。
Indeed.
可能快下雨了，你要注意安全一下哦。
Modest sum might make it sing out loud
哎，要去
and clear.
如果肚子饿，再吃个
Let's say
宵夜吧。
500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes,
洗衣店的股份。
brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
看你们要做股东没
All
哦？
planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
来给你啦，给你啦，给你啦。
Ah, see? I knew we'd clinch it.
Guess I can agree to
500
that.
块呢啊，食干那萝卜饭嘞，送你无要
Now
紧
to。the matter at hand.
恁爸干那好个呢
I
啊
know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis, the air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
来啦来啦，再让你赚下啦。
Wow. Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, I saw that.
Greetings, Guardian Witcher. Thanks to you, my little enterprise is in ruddy health.
Can't really see that anything's changed.
All in due time. At the moment, I'm perusing my options. Asking after prices, verifying quality. You know, it's very easy to squander coin. But rest assured, I will spend mine very wisely.
My. If you're like this now, who'll you be when you're older?
A very rich man.
Get many customers?
Droves and loads. Though I expect to have more. My trade always booms when the tourneys are on.
Knights' boots get dirtier then?
It's not just the boots. When they fight, they soil all. I shine their armor, helmets, belts,
狗的蛋蛋一样亮。
They like them shiny as a dog's danglers. Oh, pardon.
You're pretty chatty. Nosy.
I would say inquisitive and sociable. Besides, a good tradesman ought to amuse his clients with small talk.
Fair enough. Must know a lot about the folk of Beauclair.
All about all, meaning everything about everyone. I know who slept with who, and who wishes they had. I know who's friends, and who'd slit each other's throats.
Potentially dangerous, that kind of knowledge.
Bah, but I'm known to keep my tongue tight, my mouth sealed tight. Why, if I blabbed what I hear, they'd have done me in long past. As it is, All that's said on my stand stays on my stand.
Take care now.
Come early, come often. I'll perfect your look, and not only yours, but every man's woman's child's.
笑了。死小鬼。
Red door. One the boot black mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
"不是吧，旁边有人在看呢。
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
旁边有人在看呢，大哥。而且那么多乌鸦，你不觉得这些乌鸦会去告密吗？
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket.
It's rather disturbing.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys. Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
咦，那边有个门的符号，楼上吗？
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure, your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Indeed, Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
雷纳威德
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Detlef's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Detlef ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well, enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find out.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that, and hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply, and that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Nice little trinket.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Tools were used recently. Detlef unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all, but that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter, all of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite, rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm
结果幕后黑手
It's
是
not one of your
柯南
kind. Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazaire ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Detlof's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlof.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlof? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlof and I both.
来，林北还没拿完东西，你就想赶我走是不是？等一下。喝嘞！
哦。
报克兰宫殿。要蛋怎样？我拿个喝的一下，刚刚忘记拿。好了，现在我们要去向女王禀报，就是说，原来是有个幕后黑手啊！我不喜欢晚上。
Fetch this empty dead, sweep up here, watch it all.
看你那在烧卡的是谁两谁两他小。
A fruitful hunt to you, Witcher.
Oh!
Ollie, Ollie! Accent free!
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flaunt its writ and rot in chains.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
师兄卖靠背哦。
Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Found the beast of Beauclair. Just couldn't kill it.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire.
你智商堪忧呢？
By trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them's stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Latour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint-Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of
意思
paper.
说，
Unless
他妈的这种酒
the
只有
sommelier
这种
is
酒叫
mistaken.
皇家礼炮哈，
In matters of wine, Benoit
有
is
钱人
never
才喝得
mistaken.
到的啊！我
If he says
像
it's Saint-Real, it
收
is
收魔猎人
Saint-Real.
这种的，只能喝
We
保利
must
达
ride
就
to
对
Castel
了。
Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Need more time.
Make haste. Time is of the essence.
哎呦，我他妈的，我他妈办点事，你娘的，恁爸肚子很痛，我想上个厕所。来，咱来小对看者哈，来小对看者，好，恁爸爸本手啊。
That's my knees ache something horrible.
哦，回来了，回来了，回来了。安娜，安娜行，安娜。
We all await. You are holding things up. May we depart for
靠呀，恁爸去变瘦了，干！那怎么就拖时间
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
上厕所是不行，是不是？看你老师死守位。
This vampire. Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Oh, 尬聊哦。
attack the wagon.
Slow now.
We must help.
Stay back, your grace. We shall see to this. Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone!
Done. Time to move on.
If not... For you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
啊，我的妈嘞！我开了，白痴所谓。
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. No. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant, could be the steward, could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall...
Whoa there, Roach.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you
这
hear
就是
that,
权
Richard?
力啦，好不好？
Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine
操你妈！
lies in
酒
the
是你
cellar,
偷走的吗？
gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, We have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is this Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Jeg kan allerede. Ah, 你会怕是不是？
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
他都可以偷酒了，我也可以偷，是不是？偷酒喽！好爽，好爽！ 超爽的。
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
东之东，1269年。贝欧拉诺，1272年。然后呢？波米诺，
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is, barreling. Everything lines up at first glance, neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
安得啊嘞。
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
Full?
Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too.
干的都满的啊！
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanrial? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal.
哎，死他拢该插落啊！
Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio, let's see what he has to say about it.
干，王辉恁爸他拢来插。
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrian aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
你当要一摊皇家礼炮就得 对玻璃搭，
Wine
我
itself.
咖喱你啊
How'd！you hand it over?
We met
啊，不就好在在
cover
这
of
些啦。
darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre.
我也干了好
A
几遍。
dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel, and, well, I've prepared it, have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
哦，这样就叛国哦。
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
那就叛国，应该判说盗卖国军设备吧。
Relax. Now we wait.
Our favorite vintner. It's not him.
哎，看起来你们攻击力很低呢。你现在意思就是要全打就对了。他，有药桶哦。 还有没有？不要吧，不要吧！干你喽！干你鸟，我就知道。不是啊，干你老师！诶，
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
你当然错看我了啊！
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Wait, she here?
I hope you did not think I would leave this to you alone, especially when every hour could prove essential. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again.
他讲老狗，他上了你吗？
Your nun's lover. They call him.
你奶奶的床吗？
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Cracky, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly
don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered a man for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
I'll join you. We'll meet there.
We shall await your arrival.
我还没捡尸体啊。哎，等一下，阿林北怎么了？怎么下去？我这边。捡起来。嗯？哎，靠北。干你老师！两个渣桶，全部有3个。你俩你被渣桶害死2次。塞丁德啊嘞！还有吗？哎，你们的马都不牵回去这样啊？没有了吧？我应该收的很干净吧？愉悦的跳。港边到港区守卫哨站找安娜。我再确认一次哦。我看我们所有的东西是不是都解光了？应该也没什么特别的支线了吧？彩蛋支线也应该都接触到了。开心之跳，哟呼！而且你有行李不？
Hey there.
Greetings, Guardian Witcher. Thanks to you, my little enterprise is in ruddy health.
Can't really see that anything's changed.
All in due time. At the moment, I'm perusing my options. Asking after prices, verifying quality. You know, it's very easy to squander coin. But rest assured, I will spend mine very wisely.
My. If you're like this now, who'll you be when you're older?
A very rich man.
不能偷吃它了，可怜。
Come early, come often.
By the prophet's wings. A witcher.
干嘛啦？不要叫哦。
No point complaining. Her grace awaits inside.
Here at last. We lack only Damien now. I'm worried something might have happened to him.
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Don't care. Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, very.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Synthrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
哇，那好简单就
This
是
is
啦。
right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event going to be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
可以不要吗？我可以穿这样就好吗？拜托，因为我这件盔甲很鸡掰，谢谢。我只能讲说，我这件盔甲真的很鸡掰。辛特拉郎。
I should double the patrols, just in case. Audacious rat, the Synthrian. But we'll get him.
他妈的是谁的呢？
I should double, in case.
分裂弩箭。穿。Ow! Ah!
Oh! Is that not this
What's your wish? A dash of wine and...
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
on an empty stomach.
要死有滚！我真的他妈的被悬赏，谢谢啊！他妈的来几个都一样，唉。那你到底在哪里？
Oh, that's bad luck. She looked at me all right. Looked right at me. To be honest, every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and drink.
Stocks and the whip await those.
All is in order!
Our Dolce values speak.
哪一套？东西在哪里？
Sacre bleu! It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
我做18。
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
然后你真的他妈的好穷，可怜。
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
哎呦，还没很帅啊。帅哥穿什么都是帅。然后呢，去卖个垃圾，再转过去找安娜。
My heart's about to burst from the surfeit of
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be
Stocks and the
missed. Buy
whip
your
await
tickets
those
now.
running riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet.
我走过头吗？
Race no fuss, water no wine.
咱们给他跪好了。我不是要找你，谢谢，对不起。啊！ Anyone here?
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
What do you have on offer?
“为什么这些都不能卖啊？”我干你俩一下子现在10万了，好爽！
Would you craft something for me?
Of course.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Hello， 找安娜喽！大画像。
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
靠背，我忘记戴面具。
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of
戴眼镜是可以啊。
My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
啊，戴眼镜不可以哦。我感觉我戴这副眼镜蛮帅的呢。
How do we find the Zintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
等一下。